Amazon has hired a former private prison executive to run their warehouse training. Wow, is that poetic or what? So they get this woman that is a specialist in how to control prisoners. How do you put them in there and control them day to day in several different ways? Pick it up if you would.
Right. I mean, this is almost comically evil for Amazon to even do this, because we already know, obviously, there's horrendous conditions at Amazon warehouses, right? We've had people die. Their COVID protections were non-existent. You know, the stories of people peeing in bottles because they're not allowed to take lunch breaks. 1 point, whatever packages per minute they have to pack. So they're like, how can we make this more efficient? Well, what if we just ran it like a prison? Because that is what these workers are already used to. So we bring in this woman, Dana Howard, who used to be with the Corrections Corporation of America, which is one of the worst.
Biggest private prison industry. I mean, it's the biggest in that industry.
They are, and they actually had to change their name because they were doing so many bad things and had bad reputation. So they say, well, this woman was kind of overseeing a lot of these horrible things at CoreCivic. Let's bring her in so that she can show us how to treat our warehouses the same way.
Well, okay, so it's how do you control prisoners? I mean, how do you get them in line? How do you get them from point A to point B? I know all the secrets, and I'm going to do the same thing for Amazon. And so the other thing is, her specialty was, how do you prevent prisoners from stealing? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like they have access to a lot of stuff and they can put it out on the black market by the way they send it out of the prison. And so her thing was, how do we prevent prisoners from stealing? And I'm sure that has some holdover to this new job too, don't you think?
Right, absolutely. Because obviously, if you're in an Amazon warehouse, there are all kinds of products, big and small, all up and down the shelves. So yeah, if you're a big company, you do not want people stealing from you. But you also need to understand the optics of running your warehouses like a prison.
I just wonder who's advising on this. I'm sure she's good at what she does, but it's just when you're under the kind of scrutiny that this company's under all the time. Every week there's a new awful story about Amazon. What the hell? I mean, why don't you get somebody that hasn't come from the prison industry?